What's up, guys, and welcome back to the video. We got promoted to Titan 2, and from our Titan League 3 CWL, the rated did very good. I did okay. I had a couple time fails and a 99% 2-star. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're not going to show me. We're going to show my clanmates who did a phenomenal job all week. Starting off with Pitt coming in with the Dragon Duke charge super bowler attack here. Now, as you can see, he is cycling his invis spells absolutely perfectly, getting the Duke into this raged up compartment with the CC and everything else around it. So he's just trying to set his funnel. Once he gets his funnel set, he can have the super bowlers come in from that top side. But he's doing a good job keeping that Duke invisible every 10 seconds or so, dropping an invis and letting the Fox go invis after that. As you can see, gets a ton of value. Now, this works really well in most cases. Can be tough. You definitely can mess this up, especially the timing. It can get a little wonky. But as you can see, he's going to drop a Ice Golem up top with a super wall breaker, the Queen and King to follow it up. He's going to probably funnel out this little compartment here, and then he's going to probably drop the super bowlers in from the 2 to 3 o'clock area. Here he goes with the Ice Golem, super bowlers, balloons, healers, and the Warden. And now as they come in, he's going to try and get them to go straight into this compartment. He's using the Sky Wagon as a bit of a funnel on the top side. I think he expected this Duke to clear out that entire compartment, and he would have used his King down here, but he had to use this Sky Wagon as a little bit of a funnel. The super bowlers are going to path right towards this gold storage. And as soon as they get to the gold storage and they clear it out, he's probably going to use that Warden ability. Now, the Warden ability is going to have the Heroic Torch on it. So once he uses this ability any second now, I think. Still not using the ability. He actually holds it. He gets into that compartment and then uses it. Uses the Heroic Torch to push him through this bottom section, taking out all of everything else in its path. The bowler bouncing is doing an absolute phenomenal job, bouncing into that Town Hall compartment, taking out the heroes and the logger. And at this point, the base is pretty crushed. There's not much left. He's going to revive his Duke in the core to help take out the final buildings. He's overgrowth that backside long shot. Quite honestly, the base was so crushed, you probably didn't even need to. At this point, the only thing left that could do any damage, really, is the long shot, and he's got enough healers and the Duke alive to go ahead and take that out. And this is going to be the first crushing 3-star in our series of 4 attacks here in Titan 3 CWL. Let's move into the second attack. The second attack is going to be a Giant Arrow Earthquake rocket backpack attack strategy that takes out the entire core section of this base. He got a CC, a Fire Spitter, and a few other defenses on the outside, a Sweeper, I think, and an Inferno Tower. So did a good job at getting a large chunk of that core. They've funneled out that top left side, and so now he's just going to come in from the bottom with the Dragons and Dragon Riders, Hydra backing it up, and just push through this huge double rage heavy section. As he's going in, he's going to use the Eternal Tome to go ahead and just heal everything back up. Now he's coming into the back side of that second raged up compartment, using that Minion Prince ability to freeze everything in his path and basically get right into the Town Hall, using a totem to distract that logger along with a poison. He's using his Overgrowth spell over there on the Super Wizard Tower and Archer Tower. Probably didn't really have a good place to use it, but uses it there so that the Duke can just take out that Minion Prince and go ahead and start cleaning up the trash buildings around the outside. At this point, he's got a ton of troops left, and the logger is being a little annoying. He's using totems to go ahead and knock him down, but staying alive for quite a long time. At this point, though, he's got so many Dragons and Dragon Riders, plus the Duke, that this is going to be an absolutely crushed 3-star attack. That is attack number 2. Let's head into attack number 3. Starting off, we're looking at dirty graphics, coming in with the Hydra, easiest Hydra army with the EFangs. and he is using that one invisibility spell that we have changed to recently. He uses his queen to go ahead and shoot out 2 air defenses and 2 air sweepers, which is huge value. Put this Duke on the top side, who's going to go ahead and clear out a small section of the base, and then just has his dragons and dragon riders pathing in through this bottom side. Now the logger is being a bit annoying on his Duke right now. The Duke is about to go down to the logger, but quite honestly, him distracting the logger is probably one of the better things he can, because the rest of his troops are working around the bottom side of the base. At this point, for me, I'd have been a little panicked, because most of your troops didn't go into the core. They're working around this outside section, and they're going to have to come back to the middle. But he's able to revive his Duke. He used the invisibility spell, but kind of whiffed. That's okay. It probably would have helped a lot, but he's going to be able to use the revive spell again in a minute here to take out this entire core section of the base and not have to worry too much about it. Once the overgrowth wears off, he uses his minion Prince ability to freeze the rest of the defense on the backside. And at the end of the day, he's got so many troops left with the main push of the army that this is absolutely crushed. Using the Duke to just funnel out the core still, and there's nothing left. The entire base is pretty much gone and not too tough. That's why this army is one of the easiest ones in the game, and you definitely should check it out. That's going to be the third attack. Let's move into the fourth and final attack of today's video. Heading into the final attack, we have you took my username using the Giant Arrow Rocket Backpack double quake strategy, actually 3 quakes now, to take out the core buildings in this base. And he's just going to follow it up with the Hydra. Again, people were saying that this army is dead, and as we can see, we have 2 attacks, absolutely crushing 3 stars, and using this strategy. So if you guys went away from it, maybe it's time to give it a check it out and see what happens. I might check it out in a future video just to see how good it still is, but it looks like it still absolutely crushes bases. As you can see, the Duke is over on the top side with the giant and taking out just some of the base defenses as it works around. The Hydra is working its way around this top side and overgrowthing that revenge tower so that it doesn't take out too much of our troops as they work through this section. Once he gets up to the top, the good thing is he's going to get to that wizard tower, and then everything's going to funnel back towards that revenge tower. Actually, everything kind of split up a little bit right here, but he's got so many troops left on the back end. All he's got to do is freeze this revenge tower as soon as it comes out of the overgrowth, and he's probably going to be in pretty good shape. Drops the freeze, got a totem left. Hopefully something targets that revenge tower. It looks like everything's kind of flying around it, but at this point he's got so many troops left. This base is just going to be absolutely crushed. Again, that's the end of the video. Appreciate you guys coming out. Subscribe if you liked, and shout out to the Rated for getting promoted to Titan 2.